Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about whether Philip Billing should be sold this summer. Now obviously we're going to be talking about how he struggled this season, including last game where I think he made a couple of mistakes. We're also going to be talking about why he was so vital to us last season and it's such a drastic drop off. But first, if you could subscribe, that would massively help me out. Leave a like and comment, should Billing be sold or should we keep it? It's been a fairly disappointing season for Billing despite getting 2 goals and 2 assists in the first half. And I think largely this is down to his laziness, or some people are saying at least. I think he is a little bit. He's been criticised for it last season, to be honest, but this season it's come to the fore, especially with his goals and assists drying up. And I think a prime example of this is the game against Luton. Now, as you can see, this is for Luton's first goal, and Billing begins to chase Jordan Clark all the way back here, before the final third, I would say that is. And it's not until here where Clark sort of jumbles through our defence and eventually scores. And I just think, if you look at how far Clark's ran with Billing just on his back, it doesn't really feel like Billing's sprinting. It feels like he's just jogging along, chasing him, sort of doing it half-heartedly. Then the second goal here, the ball's out here, and I think this is the perfect opportunity for Billing to go and close him down. Got lots of empty space there. He should be going to him there, in my opinion. Smith can't really help out because we've got this left wing back here, Alfie Doughty, who would make that run. So I think Billing has to go to him there, and he doesn't. And it allows this player to dribble all the way up here at a very slow pace, I might add. And Billing is just not doing anything. He's jogging along as well. Puts in the most half-hearted challenge I've ever seen here. That is nowhere near him. And ball goes out wide to Alfie Doughty. Actually, no, that's Coley Woodrow there out wide, who can cross it in for Carlton Morris to win the game for them. In my opinion, Billing has cost us that game with his laziness and lack of wanting to press, in my opinion. He started the first 10 this season. He was not displaced from the team straight away. He was pretty good, I would say, just similar to last season, but with less goals. We were obviously playing quite bad at the start of the season. Is this down to Billing? Not in my opinion. I just think we haven't gelled yet as a team and with a new manager. But yeah, start of the season, he was sound, he was fine. It's just 3 starts in the last 5 months in the Premier League, which is really poor, not good. These starts really are just coming through midweek fixtures, like when we played Crystal Palace, where we've really just needed to rest Kluivert. Now, Kluivert is the guy that's displaced Billing, started pretty much every Prem game since those first 10, and I believe that this is due to him suiting Iraola's pressing system a bit more than Billing does. As I say, I feel like Billing is a bit of a lazy character. I've seen a few people saying that he's not, saying that he has good pressing numbers and that because he has long legs, it looks like he's not running fast when he in fact is. I just think Kluivert 100% suits this system a lot more, can be that trigger for the press, whereas I don't think Billing does, to be honest with you. However, it was a bit disappointing that Billing was so poor against Luton, when I thought he was pretty impressive against Crystal Palace. I feel like he got into a lot of positions. I think he was more attacking in the second half. And he had 4 shots, that's a lot. He had that great header against, well, obviously against Dean Henderson, that's who was in goal. But Smith puts a great ball in. Billing absolutely rises for it, and it's just tipped onto the bar. So close to one there. He also created a chance. And I really feel like we saw what we saw of him last season, where he's coming in with that late run into the box and is able to get a really good chance. He dragged one just wide of the post, just like I say, coming in with a late run into the box. And I really think we saw how Billing can be impressive. Maybe it's because it was Crystal Palace. They haven't been that strong this season. But I thought he was pretty quality compared to the rest of his season earlier on. Talking about that, progressive carries, bottom 10%. This is all per 90 in the Premier League amongst midfielders. Key passes, bottom 40%. And I just think compared to last season where he was vital, he was our main man, he really has disappointed this season, both attacking and defensively. So defensively in terms of that press high up, and attacking in terms of just hasn't created anything. As I say, the progressive carries and the key passes, really nothing special. In fact, pretty poor compared to last season where he was vital. Shots on target, he was in the top 10% last season. And I think he was our top scorer last season in the league with 6 or 7, I believe. and he scored important goals against Arsenal. That one within the first minute, within about 9 seconds, I think. Obviously went on to lose that game, but still, goal against Liverpool, massively important 3 points in our bid to stay in the Premier League. I think he was really good. I think, as I say, those late runs into the box were really crucial to how we played and scored a lot of our goals, to be honest. As I say here, shots on target top 10% last season amongst midfielders. I think this showcases what he brings to the team, because his shots are largely all on target. His non-penalty expected goals per shot is in the top 20% with 0.13. So essentially, his shots are very high quality. Every single shot he takes is a dangerous shot. And I think, as I say, with those late runs into the box, taking lots of shots inside the box in dangerous areas, that ability to get into those dangerous areas and that ability to not be taking pointless pot shots is perhaps something that he brings to this team. And yeah, that showcases why he can be very good, as he was last season, getting in dangerous positions, having lots of dangerous shots. So why should we sell this summer if he had such a good season last season? If he's just played little minutes this season, been displaced by someone else, surely this is a good guy to have off the bench. I don't think he's been that impressive off the bench this season, but perhaps he could be in the coming year or two. However, there was some interest around January for 15 million for Philip Billing. This is from Newcastle, who were also reportedly interested in Lloyd Kelly. And I think that 15 million is a very good fee for someone who, as I say, has made 3 starts in the last 5 months. I think that it can also really help us out with PSR, profitability and sustainability rules, which is basically similar to financial fair play. We spent a lot of money in the summer. We spent a lot of money in the January before that. We could potentially be in trouble coming into this. I believe in Bill Foley. I believe that we won't have overspent, but to allow us to continue and sustainability, as the name says, into the future, I think a fee of 15 million would massively help us out. We've seen Everton, Nottingham Forest getting points deductions. We don't want to be in that situation. So I think for a player that's really on our bench, that could really help us out. He's 28 years old this summer. He's not going to be part of the project that we are building here. We are building a project with young players. Philip Billing isn't one of those. Yes, he'll be a good head to have around the squad in the dressing room, but at 28 years old, he's not getting any better. He's not good enough to start for us. Perhaps this is a guy that we need to sell to bring in that money, to let his career develop, get his wages off the books, all of that lovely stuff. And I think if he impresses in Germany this summer, at the Euros, of course, with Denmark, he's playing against England because we're in the same group. So that's a great opportunity to show against scouts, the media, fans, show what he can be about, puts in a really good performance. He could command an even bigger fee than 15 million, getting 20, 25 million. That'd be massive. If a club came in with 25 million for Philip Billing, I would bite their hand off, because that would be just great for a player that's sitting on a bench. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but I'm saying there's potential for that fee to rise, or definitely command some interest for Philip Billing. But let me know, what do you guys think? Philip Billing, should we sell him or should we not this summer? I certainly see the argument for keeping him because he's an experienced Premier League player. He does have that sort of in front of goal, ruthlessness, that's what I'm trying to say. Ruthlessness in front of goal, he does have, and off the bench that can be useful. But I think if we could bring that money in, spend it on younger players to really build this project up for the future, potentially getting Europe in the future, I think that is the correct decision to make. I don't really like his player profile, not really suiting the press. But comment what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, that massively helped me out. Leave a like. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Up the cherries.